It's the same.
Same?
Yeah, I'm waiting to consult with a lawyer so I can not get like piled up bills.
With medical bills? Yeah, that should be paid for, that's for sure. Yeah, that's crazy. Is it broken?
No, it's the ligament's pulled, and at the end of the ligament I got like a 4mm piece of bone.
Ooh. That sounds painful.
Yeah, and it happened when I was 7. I wasn't diagnosed until I was 22, and then I was installing carpet at 22.
Oh, so
That's
you already had an injury, and then they just made it worse, right?
Oh yeah. Because it was 30% torn then. I imagine it's probably over 50 now.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
And I don't know what happens when it tears all the way, but I probably won't be able to walk then.
Oh no. Yeah, you better
so I
be
need
then.
MRIs, CAT scans, and possibly surgery, but I need a lawyer first.
Right.
What world do we live in that I'm more worried about a lawyer than my own health?
I know, that's sad. That's sad. But it is that way.
Yeah.
They're so damn expensive.
Yeah, they don't care.
Where's my cornhole guy? Oh, he's signing over there. We're gonna do us a game of cornhole. Get myself embarrassed a little bit. Thank you guys for popping right on. I really appreciate all the support from my viewers and subscribers, both alike. I want to thank all the subscribers that subscribed due to, we got, I'm not good with names, but, Golden Chariot, we got Freedom Reel, or the Real Time Media. I'm going to write them all down so I can advertise them just as much as they advertise me, and we're all in this together. We all have our own viewpoints and our own dialogue and our own content, but we're all got the same idea, and it's beautiful. So I'm gonna play some cornhole. Y'all can watch and come out and join us.
I'm just saying from a one perspective, when you hear states' rights,
because slavery goes against the Constitution.
That's you saying it, but translated back to the 1800s. Back in the 1800s, though, 1700s, that was interpreted differently.
But that's only because it says, we're all equal. But at the time, our demented minds and more unjust reasons weren't viewing all humans as humans. Now we view all humans as humans, so you are just as equal, everyone's just as equal, because we've got the definition right now. However you want to put it in perspective.
That's right. Just wanted to give you a perspective. A lot of times when blacks are walking by, they do states' rights, they hear, okay, what are we trying to go back to?
Jackson or something like that.
Are we going back to the olden days? Jefferson was elected twice. He lost the first time controversially, but he won that.
So this was, remember the in Alabama that had a National Guard competition with the school?
Yeah.
Because the governor was that governor ran
Right.
for president.
Oh, you're talking about him. They claim it's not that. He was shot and he was assassinated. Not assassinated, but he was shot.
Oh wow.
Shot. He ran even as a wall person.
You want to give up, man. Sometimes people
Where you from?
I'm born in Arizona. Now I'm out. I'm here live streaming. I just started not too long ago. I support a lot of what they're saying. I'm not really part of it. I'm not supporting it. I definitely support
My name's Tony. Tony
No,
Frank.
God.
All right, God. Lord bless you.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here.
I love you. Thank you.
I'm back. More out already?
How you doing, everyone? We're eating and playing. Oh, look, it's Lola's Lounge. It's on Anarchy, Karen. All right, we're gonna get give what is your YouTube?
My YouTube?
Or what do you want to go by?
Oh, Taylor.
Taylor? Okay, I'm Taylor. One of the people who's been here on the mall is going to give me an interview, and I'm going to answer his questions to the best of my ability, even though I don't have a lawyer at the moment.
Oh.
But we could still give some details. But I mean, I didn't do nothing wrong.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Let me lower this.
You want me on your camera?
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
You can if you want. Yeah, we can even put it back behind you. I just want to make sure the sound. Let me see where this is aiming. Do you mind being on camera?
I don't mind. It's really up to you.
Here, I'll just.
Yeah, I'll be over here.
This man Taylor, who's been here supporting freedom, I believe since pretty much the first week or day one.
Yeah.
And so he's gonna give me an interview. Grab a.
Oh, quick.
Let me get you a chair.
Okay.
Alright, I guess I'll start off with a question for you.
Yeah, dude.
What was your name?
Here, let me get my video going first.
Okay.
So we can spar here a little bit. So.
Yeah, it's fine.
As soon as my video starts. So, terrible.
Very good. I like this chair. How you guys doing? I'm Josh. This is Taylor.
Yeah, my name's Taylor. Hi, everybody. Okay, so I'm on. I'm not live.
That's okay.
Okay, so as I remember it, I focused on you and I said, "What happened to your knee, your right knee?" And you had this story, and it's kind of getting into what I've been looking into a little bit. So we're kind of crossing paths now. So would you mind telling the audience one more time the story just for me?
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm sure they all know.
I was there with a few other members of. We were just practicing journalism, and we had some questions for Michael Fanone. He is a alleged ex-DC police officer who now works for CNN, and he's kind of like the poster child in a sense for these hearings we've been having in Washington D.C. And we had questions for him as he exited the building. Pretty easy to recognize. He has a whole aura you could just sense. And as I compared him to Hunter Biden, even though I've never been in Hunter Biden's presence, I could only imagine they would get along great. And let's see what else. As he exits the building,
What building
we
again?
heckle him. It's the building to the right of the Congress. It's like their office chambers, and that's where they hold their committee hearings. And it's right next door to the Capitol, right across the street. It's named after somebody, the building is. I can't remember the name. And there was Capitol Police everywhere. Capitol Police are the authority for that area next to the Capitol. And so Michael Fanone, he probably took about 8 questions to answer any of them. As he's walking to his vehicle, approaches his vehicle, he gets to safety, And when he got there, instead of going into his vehicle, he decides to turn around and head back to the door that he exited from, which didn't make much sense, especially when he's getting questions that triggered him. I feel one of the questions, I'm gonna have to look back on the video.
Yeah.
I think there was a certain question that might have really triggered him.
Oh yeah.
So instead of him going into his vehicle, he turned around and went back towards the door.
Oh shit.
And I feel one of his goonies,
Yeah.
which was a man by the name of Stephen Parleto.
Steven
Google
Parleto.
him. His name is Stephen Parleto. Parlato. Google him.
Yeah.
I don't have to say much. Google him. It won't be a hard search at all. It's the very first thing that pops up.
Mm-hmm.
He is an artist / author / child groomer, I feel.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
so yeah, this man had an 8-foot PVC pipe with a banner of Trump underneath of it that said "toxic loser" or something like that. I can't remember because I didn't pay this man any attention. I was not looking at him. I couldn't even tell you what his voice sounds like because we never spoke. I never gave him a dirty look.
Right.
I'm just like, this guy's lost. I feel sorry for him. I'm gonna hang out with my people
Yeah.
until I get a chance to interview Michael Fanone.
Yeah.
And upon walking back, and this is only the distance from his vehicle to the door was 30 yards tops.
Mm-hmm.
So on the way back those 30 yards, halfway to the door, Stephen Parleto uses his PVC pipe to initially kind of push me, but then once he reached my ribs, you can see in the video, it's all over Twitter, you see the pipe bending. PVC is not very sturdy,
Right.
but it does take a lot of
It's
force
a lot
to
of
bend
force,
a pipe.
right? That's enough to hurt a person.
Oh yeah, my ribs are pretty sore,
Oh man.
but I forget what they labeled it, but it's more so my knee,
Yeah.
the reaction that I did, because honestly,
Yeah,
I
nerve.
thought I was being
Like,
attacked
hit
by a
nerve
police
or
officer.
what? Yeah.
No, I have a pulled ligament with a 4mm piece of bone on the end of the ligament. So it didn't just tear off the bone, it tore bone off the bone.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
With
And-
a PVC pipe.
My fall did that.
Oh, your fall.
Because of the PCV pipe that was jammed in my ribs.
I see. So that explains the story. So let's get down to the next part. So this, how do you say his name? Fanone?
The
Officer.
people we were trying to interview,
Yeah.
Michael Fanone.
Fanone, okay. So
I think it's F-A none.
so you were saying
Fanone.
you contacted
Google Michael Fanone
Yeah.
too.
Have you contacted anyone you know contacted DC Metro and confirmed that he was employed with them?
To my knowledge, not yet. There has not been a confirmation by any of my peers that he was actually a DC cop, nor his background with the DC police, or possible what do you call them, write-ups.
Yeah, right. Discipline.
Yeah,
Something like that. Yeah.
we can't.
don't-
We haven't
yeah.
been given any knowledge. I haven't personally pursued it.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
Yeah, that's good. That's
But
right
as
there.
far
You
as I
found a
know, I
gold
have a
mine.
few peers who have tried,
Yeah.
and they cannot get a yes or no.
Yeah.
Especially because he's protected right now because he was assaulted during a riot and then suffered a heart attack. So the narrative says. Now, I've known plenty of people to get assaulted of all different ages, much older than Michael Fanone.
This is
And
the
much
most
worse
rare.
health too.
Yeah, so rare all these instances.
I never,
all the help.
especially like how you get assaulted, you go to the hospital, you get pain meds, you get treated.
Yeah,
Why are you having a heart attack?
right.
That
Maybe
why
the
why
vaccine.
did they squeeze that? Yeah,
Yeah.
possibly that could be.
Yeah, I
that
don't
has
know.
been documented.
Yeah.
But why would they why wouldn't they just keep that part quiet? How dumb do they think Americans are,
Right.
or the world for that matter, that we think that he's the victim in all this, and that somehow his heart attack, whether it actually happened or not, is related to an assault.
Right. That's very rare people in the audience. You know,
Especially when
it's
you're.
extremely rare that, you know, you would have to have a prior history of heart condition, basically.
And he doesn't look like he has that. He looked very healthy. If me and Michael Fanone were in a fight, Michael Fanone would definitely take me down, even if my leg was good. He was a big man. He definitely fits the profile of a cop, except for he had tattoos all over him, which I was questioning him about, which wasn't very pure authoritarian.
This fucking guy. I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah, he got the spider web tattoo up on his neck.
This guy. Yeah, this guy deserves all the scrutiny in the world. I know exactly what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy doesn't even look like a cop when you look at him.
Possibly we can see him again come August, September. They're gonna hold another.
He's got that
meeting.
new guy look if he's a cop, you know, like he never got rid of that new guy look.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? I seen him in person, and then I saw him doing an interview with CNN.
This guy's sketchy as all hell, everybody.
CNN added a bunch of gray hairs to him.
Oh yeah.
In person, he don't have all those grays, so when he's in the studio, they make him look like 5 to 10 years older than he actually is.
They try to make him
fit
look
the narrative.
Way less wet behind the ears look, but they still can't nail it.
He looked a lot healthier than Hunter Biden.
Yeah,
a lot healthier. Same person, but healthier.
Yeah, there's something wrong with him. Look into his eyes, and obviously when he speaks, because I've seen a couple of these interviews now that I know what you're talking about. The name just didn't ring a bell, but now I know you're
It's a weird name. I never met a Fanone before.
This guy looks
He's
like...
the first Fanone I've ever
I
been
forgot
around.
all about this guy. I'm glad you brought it back up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's an important character with their narrative.
Well, yeah. I don't know. For their storyline, yeah, but now the whole story has just been shockwave.
Well, I mean, yeah, and I mean, you're not... The heckling at the January 6th committee has been broadcasted, or not broadcasted per se, it's been written on by every media corporation here in DC.
Yeah.
Everything from CNN to The Hill to Washington Post, The Guardian, you name it.
Oh yeah, everybody's.
All the MSM has the same narrative, and the narrative is redacted to the point it makes it sound like I heckled Michael, and then it makes it sound like I got arrested.
That's all it is, though, now.
When really, I was sitting in the emergency room until 6 in the morning.
Look at this, everybody. This is the story. So everyone's making this guy out to be the bad guy when he was assaulted.
Everyone being the mainstream media.
Well, I mean...
And they're not lying. They redacted the truth to a point.
Right. That's been happening to so many of us.
So I can't even sue them for defamation because they didn't use my name.
Oh, okay.
And they only held facts. They didn't tell lies.
Yeah. Right.
But by withholding those facts, they changed the narrative.
Yeah, right. That's a lie.
It's a form of a lie.
It's a willful intent to lie.
But all they have to do is claim that's all the information we had.
No. Right.
In court, they can just be like, oh, I don't know.
All these interviews now. But the point is, yeah, if you enter the arena of their pit of lies, you'll likely get assaulted. Like your name again? I'm sorry.
Josh.
And I got assaulted too. Probably by a fake cop as well.
What state?
Well, not you. You didn't get assaulted. Maybe that guy was that weirdo, that groomer or whatever.
Yeah, no, I think he was one of Michael Fanone's Goonies.
Yeah.
I think that's why Michael Fanone turned around.
You'll notice that,
so one of his Goonies could assault me.
You'll notice that first line characters in this January 6th narrative.
And that's the devil, dude.
Like
I stirred the pot with the devil.
Or something. There's all sorts of fake cops there. And then secondary string of characters like David Wells Kaufman, or what was his name? The other guy, you spelled his name.
Oh, Stephen Parlato.
Yeah, they're really weird sex fiends apparently. So that's your second string there. So you got like fake cops defending pedophiles, and that's what everyone hates.
Yeah, and then Michael Fanone, for example, allegedly fake cop who has been proven works for CNN now.
Yeah, he works for CNN, that's for sure. Yeah, that's not
Communist
just the strangest thing. Yeah, that's not the strangest stuff. That's what I was saying earlier. I was saying anything about this January 6th stuff, like, God, it's like you go into. I'm trying to figure out how it all works, like the decision-making models, like the deep state decision-making models.
Are these committee
Because this is getting really like so in your face now. It's pretty obvious how these people operate. I'm figuring it out, and I'm doing it in real time. So, but
'Cause I don't remember hearing about committee trials or committee hearings in the Constitution. Is
Well,
this whole
these-
process laid out in the Constitution?
no, this isn't even laid out in their House rules. What they're doing, they're just running away with
Because
it.
they had committee hearings for during Trump's presidency and all of them failed to impeach him.
Yeah.
And they had the
And
same
now they're using this.
to make sure he never becomes
impeach
president again,
him.
or not just impeach him,
Yeah.
but to kill him as an endorser for anyone else. Whether or not he's going to run again, his endorsement means a
Yeah.
lot at the moment.
So I don't even know if we can even impeach someone who isn't in office.
No, they've determined you can't.
You can?
You cannot.
You cannot. So he's not even in office or trying to impeach the guy.
They're not trying to impeach him. They're trying to charge him. They're trying to bring up.
Criminal.
They're trying to raise false awareness amongst people
Yeah.
to bring up criminal charges, like he was the mastermind behind all this.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
So
heard all
that way, not only can he not
But
become
they already
president again,
investigated that and they
number
found that there
two,
was
his
none of
endorsement
that.
will mean nothing.
That was the first thing that the FBI and the DOJ admitted, that there was no actual insurrection that took place.
Really?
Yeah, there's no charges.
Yeah, because if it was an insurrection, wouldn't you feel
That was the
that
first
Trump
thing they
would still
said
be
they-
our president right now? Wouldn't that technically be the insurrection if Biden was killed or anything happened to Biden? You know, say we locked him up, but Trump took control of the military and he's locked up in Guantanamo Bay
Yeah.
because the people attacked the Capitol and now
Oh,
Trump
yeah.
remains president.
This
Wouldn't
is-
that be considered an insurrection?
Yeah.
And especially if Trump was a bad guy, wouldn't that definitely be considered an insurrection if a bad power used the military and the people to remain in power? But there was no power remained in Trump. He left D.C. early. He didn't even stay for the inauguration. He's
still
like,
the-
I'm
he's-
out of here.
he's still
This
the-
is crap. I'm gonna go to sleep.
He's
When-
still, yeah, he's still the most important and powerful man in American politics. He's not even in office.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
Imagine that. How you doing, sir?
What's up, guys? Say hi to Illinois, man.
Hi,
Illinois.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah, I'm from Illinois. I live in Virginia now.
Okay.
I moved here in November. I work in D.C. I work like 4 blocks from the White House.
Awesome.
I'm a Republican precinct committeeman back in Illinois. My cousin ran for Congress. He's a state senator there, Republican.
Awesome.
So it's good to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we support everybody, man. Like Constitution.
Anyway, so yeah, we were kind of on tangents and stuff. So yeah, we got a committee that doesn't even follow House rules interviewing potentially a fake cop. I mean, he looks fake as shit.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Just the more you look into it, the more it looks fake
I
as
personally,
fuck.
I know a DC police officer who I should ask about this.
Yeah, absolutely.
And,
Use all the resources. All of
on
it.
top of that, I've served a few police officers when I used to be a manager of a restaurant here in DC,
Okay.
and none of them
None of
look
them
like
fit
Michael
these-
Fanone.
Yeah, that's really strange. I had the same.
None of them have tattoos on their neck.
I have the same weird complaint about January 6th. See, no one wants to broadcast this because it doesn't fit their narrative. But I said just weeks ago, I said, you know, the police over here, the Capitol Police that you see outside the Capitol, they look nothing like the people that were there that day. The ones that were fucking acting like pieces of shit.
Yeah, the
And
ones
not
who
doing
were
in
the
their
ones
jobs
who,
and letting
for
people
example,
in and
I
stuff.
saw a video of a man
It's really strange.
trying to stop another man from destroying Capitol property and pulls the guy off of whatever he was destroying, and because he pulled this potential provocateur
Yeah, right.
off of the building, a cop comes up behind him and starts beating him with a stick.
Yeah,
He was helping the police,
right.
and he got beat by some police.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. I pulled an agitator off what I assumed to be a policeman because they were dressed like one in riot gear. and I was in, and I wasn't thanked or anything for halting that, for getting.
Were you assaulted?
Oh, I was assaulted. I was hit right here on the side right here by a guy who doesn't look like he knows what the hell he was doing that day. He had no idea. He was
And they
bewildered.
weren't behaving like police at all.
No, they weren't. No, they weren't behaving like.
They clearly
yeah,
haven't gone through school.
No, they had no training. That was it. And I was there at the Ashley
They were
Babbitt
thugs.
scene. Yeah, and no one knew what to do. I walked in like that today. In that room. Like, what the fuck? Do something, you know? And no one was doing shit. And it's just like, why are a bunch of like cops all saying each other like super squad mode fucking hand signals, but aren't doing something about this person that's not even bleeding out?
Yeah.
Wasn't even bleeding out. That's the first thing I noticed.
And if
And
you
then I
remember the
scored the
pictures,
scene, man. It was a big F. I gave it an F.
let's
Drama school dropouts.
let's
is what it looked
rewind
like.
a few years. And do you remember the peaceful protests that were going
yeah.
on all over the country?
For sure.
Those peaceful protests, somehow they were so peaceful, it provoked the Capitol to enact the National Guard all around the Capitol building.
Yeah, but
there
not
was
there.
there was never a group of people sitting outside yelling or provoking anything.
Yeah.
It was out of extra abundance of security.
Right.
They actually
But none
fought,
there.
and there was no. They were there
Oh, I was talking about-
during the riots, the peaceful burning of buildings
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna
and the
keep
peaceful
going.
looting.
Mm-hmm.
During that time period,
Right.
we had the National Guard protecting the mall. Now,
Yeah.
I know people who personally contacted Capitol Police because they had intel
Yeah.
of some idiots trying to do some stupid things,
Yeah,
and those idiots were arrested.
yeah.
With all the intel that was in place, with all the corruption that was taking part here in D.C.,
Mm-hmm.
why was there no National Guard there? When there was
exactly
such
my point.
a major threat to the Capitol,
Yeah.
so many
And they
people
knew in
red flagged
advance
it.
now.
They knew in
The
advance.
Pentagon knew.
Nancy Pelosi
Nancy
specifically
Pelosi
said,
knew.
"I don't want anyone else here." You know why?
Capitol Parks
You know
Police
why
knew
she was
now.
worried about it? You know what the excuse was?
What?
She was worried about the optics.
Oh, okay.
She thought it was going to look bad if she had the National Guard protecting one of our most precious buildings in
Yeah.
the United States.
The cornerstone of our democracy.
But she was worried about optics. Now, when
She
it came to
wanted 9/11 to happen.
when it came to the peaceful movement that we had a few years ago, she didn't
Sounds
really
like
care about
9/11.
optics too much.
No.
She had the National Guard there for no reason, because no one was even trying to do anything to the Capitol. They were more interested in thieving and burning and assaulting others. And they were being paid to it too. If you look on my channel, Republic Road Reel, you will see a video where I interviewed a man the other day. He is he is from Guatemala, ex-army. He served in the army for like 20 years. He's a police officer for 8 years. And if you were just to look at him, you would think, oh, he's just an immigrant. You wouldn't think this man needs respect. He's done a lot for this country, more than some of my American peers who were born here. You know, and you wouldn't think this just from meeting him. It was really cool. And he told me during the peaceful protests that people were yelling at him, hey, come here. He's like, huh? He's like, they're paying us to protest. Come on. They're paying us. Get in line. And he's like, huh? That's weird. And I asked him, like, was that during the peaceful protests a few years ago? He's like, yeah, that was during the BLM riots.
Yeah. That's like when
I've heard
yeah.
the story, but I never met someone who witnessed it.
So yeah, when I will tell the story again. It's a good story. When I was there January 6th, I walked into the scene, the Ashley Babbitt scene, but prior to, I was yelled at by BLM. They were like, they just shot a 14-year-old girl. They just shot a 14-year-old girl. I quote, okay? That's what they said. Okay, and so I sat there going, wait a minute, what the fuck's a 14-year-old girl doing here? So
In the Capitol.
yeah, in the Capitol here of all places now. with the
How many
excitement.
children? How many children did you see up close to the Capitol?
Well,
Any?
no, not really. No.
People
Yeah.
kind of like, let's get the kids out
Right.
of here.
Yeah. So obviously, but anyways, the story then evolved. So like, But before I walked in, BLM was like, you know, trying to, they were like talking under their breaths to me now. They're like, come on, man, help us out. And then they were like, they shot a 14-year-old girl. They shot a 14-year-old girl. Just like, you know, that's what they were doing.
They
and
were
then I
trying
walked
to
right by.
provoke,
Yeah.
Because I don't care who tells me, BLM.
He said help us out under his breath
anyone,
like it's a
if someone
secret.
says a 14-girl got struck, got
It's not an
shot or
emergency.
anything,
to
you
go
just
from,
triggered me.
to,
You just triggered me.
okay, dude, help us out. Just help us out here. You know, it's not a real emergency. So
Do you feel they were trying to trigger people?
No, they're trying to incite a riot.
Yeah, by triggering them with an alleged 14-year-old girl.
Well, I
getting
walk
shot.
in, it's not a 14-year-old girl. It's a 14-year Air Force veteran the next day in the fucking press, and it's Ashley fucking Babbitt. And so people dug deep on her real quick. You know, it took me a minute, but I interviewed the first responder, the guy that when she falls back, the guy who just goes, ah, with his hands. That's the first responder. Goes out and does the whole stupid thing. I got an interview with him, and I knew he was full of shit when he said, yeah, she died immediately. I was like, well, I just saw her, dude. She was breathing. Her eyes were dilating to the light. They're shining. It's just like, they must have resuscitated her. So I got a video of him being escorted out by Capitol Police, and he's wearing a mask. And then he's out doing an interview to the mainstream
He was wearing
media.
a mask. Was the mask out of...
He wasn't wearing a mask when I was talking to him.
So you think they carried
He
him out
put it
with
on.
a mask to cover his identity?
Yeah, they were trying to hide his identity. He got arrested later, and his story never checked out. And I'm still roaming free. I was right next to the guy.
Have you been questioned?
I'm vocal about it. I'm sure everyone knows it by now. No, I haven't been questioned
Okay,
like by a.
that's good.
Yeah, because they have all of it. If they need it, they just go on the air. I'll, you know. But no one needs this stuff because you know the stuff that I've already uncovered. It just reeks. It reeks. It reeks.
And
you know.
it draws shame to the country.
Oh yeah, you know this Ashley Babbitt narrative. Oh, she was a hero. She was a hero. She's got an Internet Movie Database profile with different aliases. So just put 2 and 2 together, guy. You know, Josh.
Yeah,
put 2 and 2 together, man.
And then I love how they say there was like 4 or 5 deaths. Each.
Oh, the story
each
never
person
lines
kinda-
up. No one has the
Yeah,
truth
it doesn't
yet.
even
And
line
it's been
up.
2 years, and you think January 6th committee's gonna? No, they're gonna resolve it with. Oh, now they got criminal charges pending against Trump.
I feel
Oh,
it's.
bring them. Where the fuck are they?
I feel right before this committee joke, they're gonna
Fuck.
release something, man, and shut down the country.
They don't have anything.
This is just a distraction.
I've been telling people they're caught with their hand. They're holding their private parts in their hand. Their pants are down.
Yeah, no, this is a distraction. It's a show trial.
It's
Why do you
ridiculous.
think? Okay, have you ever been to court?
Yeah,
Okay.
like a
You
real
ever
one.
been-
Yeah,
have you ever been- have
not
you ever been to-
recently. No real
You ever
court
been to court
recently.
at 8 p.m.? At 8 p.m. at night, you ever been to a courthouse?
8 p.m.
Yeah.
No, it's fucking no.
They're
You don't go.
closed.
Yeah, you don't go to a courthouse in the middle of the night.
So don't you think it's interesting as well that they chose to do this committee hearing at 8 p.m. prime time?
Oh yeah. Oh for sure.
Because it's a show.
Oh, it's a show.
All it is a show. If
Yeah.
it was real, they'd be doing it during the daytime in normal hours.
Right.
If I wanted to go in the
They
building,
need as much
if I
attention.
wanted to go to the
But
hearing,
now they don't want it.
I could have went to the hearing. You know how? I would have had to have been a federal employee,
Yeah.
and I would have had to rope my congressman and got permission from him.
Oh my god.
That's the only way, as a citizen, you can attend this hearing.
Yeah.
So everyone who walked out of the building, I'm like, "Are you a federal worker?" 9 out of 10 wouldn't even answer me, and then some of them would be like, "Yeah," and the ones that said, "Yeah," I'm like, "Thank you for your service."
Oh, nice. Yeah.
You know, just to try to be neutral. When the whole time I know they're probably just they're getting paid to be there. You know, they're like, "You want some overtime
This
here? Go to
justice
this
system
hearing,"
is
just to
already-
fill the room and make it look like there's a bunch of
Yeah.
concerned people when there wasn't. Everyone there
It's
was
so fake.
happy and getting paid.
It's so fake. Everything, I was just telling you, it's all fake. There's 2 worlds. There's one where they're like, I hope no one's watching, and then they blast it all over TV, like AOC getting fake arrested.
Yeah.
You know? No handcuffs.
It wasn't just her either. It was
Oh,
a
yeah.
bunch of other people.
So you're just like, you know, what is going on? And then you show up the very day, and you're like, oh man, this was the site where AOC allegedly got arrested. What do you mean allegedly got arrested? There's no handcuffs, so it's not like she was really
Yeah.
arrested. arrested means you have no control over your hands.
If she was really arrested, there'd be a whole thing on how she was abused and the treatment.
It's just stupid, the
she
whole
would be
thing.
turning in all the health conditions in the jails here in
Yeah,
DC.
they got to run around scurrying around like literally like rats, dude, in the middle of the night to pull this shit show off.
I
all
love
they're
your
doing.
analogy.
Well, I mean,
rats in the middle of the night.
Yeah, they're like
because
it.
walking around DC,
Yeah.
you'll
You
see
see
quite a
rats.
few rats running around in the middle of the
you
night.
see like possum-sized rats. Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
other day, we saw their trails. They're going from the storm drain to the trash can over there, right on the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, it's dirty, man. This place is full of slime, slithering slime balls, dude.
And they also, most of the buildings here in DC got, especially the older ones, they have a roach infestation problem.
Yeah. So, you know, tip, just a thought, because I was thinking about this, my way of doing it, since, you know, you probably got way more audience than I do. They can do this stuff too as well. So, like, I was thinking about getting confirmation that they were actually employed with these services branches, you know? And then once, well, you can collaborate, or you can just tell me and you can get all the credit. I don't care. Anyone can get the credit. And then the other thing was, you know, after that, like, what was the extent of their employment? Because when you look at these guys, it looks like they're like on vacation all the fucking time.
Yeah.
These dudes are like surfer bums. You know, when you look at them, they have like, their demeanor is
Who
not like
specifically?
well, I mean, just a few of these people.
Like
All I'm
government
doing is
officials or
I'm finding
police?
fake cops.
Okay, yeah.
And the government's finding fake cops too, but I guess they're really bad at it. So let's help them out. Okay.
Yeah.
So if we can find as many fake cops as we can find, especially around this January 6th bullshit.
And I was told someone I pulled a FOIA request
Yeah.
and found out there was not 10, not 50, not 100, but 1,000 FBI agents present during the riot.
I believe that. I believe that.
What was the FBI doing there?
Well, we know that they knew.
If there was so
Now we
much,
know that
if
they
there was
knew.
so
Now
many,
they're orchestrating it.
if
they're
there was so
there,
many
then that means
boots on
they're
the
orchestrating
ground,
it.
why didn't they step forward to help the Capitol Police?
God, that's about as many people as there were inside the building at once.
Don't you think 1,000 officers would have been able to easily have defended the Capitol? Because from
man.
the videos, it looks like maybe 200-300 tops.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Which is probably
this
them
stuff.
full.
Maybe that's why Nancy Pelosi doesn't want all that 14,000 hours of footage released, because it would just annihilate the
Their
storyline.
narrative, yeah, their
It would
dude.
just destroy it.
This
over
guy I
a
met
second.
the other day in front of the Steve Bannon trial.
Yeah.
He literally played a game of Jenga with this January 6th committee, or this whole January 6th
Yeah.
narrative.
Yeah.
You know Jenga, right? The
Yeah,
building
you
blocks.
pull
You
one
pull
thing out, yeah.
one, you pull one. Dude,
Yep.
he spent 2.5 to 3 hours playing Jenga with this thing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, he won. That tower fell. Like, in his game of Jenga, when the tower fell, he won.
Oh man, it's not hard. It really is.
And it was
I mean,
a
just
big
us
tower.
being here with like the police and stuff around,
Yeah.
it just totally annihilates the narrative. Just totally annihilates it. So that's probably why I'm not allowed to live stream anymore. It was like a week of live streaming.
What's going on here?
I don't know. They're closing it off.
No, it looked like they were for a second.
Well, for a second.
Just changing of the guard.
I don't know. Yeah. I wasn't worried. I was just like,
Is that a white shirt coming? See a white shirt?
no.
No. Yeah, he's blue.
See, these guys look like real cops.
Yeah. No, you can tell.
You can tell.
That's the oldest police force in
Yeah,
the country.
it's like these guys look like real cops. You go over to the Capitol Police, you're like, okay, even those guys look like real cops now. That's strange because at January 6th, none of
Now,
them
have you
look
seen
real.
the Secret Service though?
Yeah.
They don't look like real cops anymore. They're like in their 20s, every single one of them.
Oh yeah.
Not all of them, but majority of the ones I've seen,
Did you hear
they
about?
clearly just started this year.
Did you hear about Joe Biden's Secret Service espionage spy that was embedded in her protection detail?
No, that sounds awesome.
And it was, and the only blurb you get out of it was it's part of a long-running scheme. That's all it says. Like,
A scheme.
Thanks, yeah, well, scheme. What do you mean? Is it still going?
Apparently.
Yeah, espionage is a big deal. Fake Secret Service agent in your ranks, and it's part of a big scheme, a long-running scheme, and that's all it says when you read about it everywhere. What's the scheme? Oh, maybe it's the Biden administration.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can't figure.
That's pretty long run. We're almost, what, 2 years? That's a pretty long running scheme. I was looking at the stats nationally now. We're kind of off topic, but we're still on topic. Nationally, I was doing my program earlier, and I was just like, yeah, 3/4 of Americans believe the truth about the 2020 election. And then like 80% or something like that say, yeah, there was fraud in the election. So it's like, okay. So, yeah. We're all just twiddling our thumbs.
It was almost like last night when
We know what's coming.
that truck, this water pump blew up last night, right as Anarchy Karen walked right by
that
it,
is weird.
and it blows up.
That
I'm not
is weird.
saying she like shoved something up in the hood or anything like that.
Right.
But I am saying the
That is a
devil
weird
is
coincidence.
real, and the devil does possess power, but nowhere near the power of God.
Yeah.
But the devil is real, and she could have easily done some sorcery on that truck. Because she is definitely possessed. 100%. I have not met a woman or man as demented as Miss Lola Anarchy Princess, aka Laughing Lola.
Yeah, she's a
AKA,
heartbreaker.
Yeah, she is a heartbreaker. AKA, I got free rent though. She gives me free rent.
Yeah,
that?
for sure.
Free rent in her head all day, every day.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was strange. Yeah, it was peculiar. I threw away the weird medallion earlier. I videoed it
Where was it?
by a tree. It was safe. It was safe today. Crystal didn't block me off saying anything, so I went over and I grabbed it and I threw it away. It's in the trash now.
You got a
over
picture
there.
of it?
Oh yeah, I videoed
see
it.
Or
Yeah,
when
it's
you
on my.
when we're
It's
done
on,
later?
yeah. Yeah. I was.
We could figure out what it is.
But yeah, I was reading about it, and I was like, yeah, it looks like, but the strangest peculiarity, like you were saying, like you're saying she's possessed, but I was like, nah, I wouldn't go that far. But it is strange.
Dude, she needs a.
I mean, maybe I'm allowing you to go that far. I'm allowing you to go that far. I'm just saying, I'm not going to go that far today.
Yeah, I want to perform the exorcism, but
Well.
someone needs to.
She's going to have to volunteer for that. But you should do that shit
Dude,
for
the
clicks.
cops have just been running in circles.
She'd do
all
that shit
around
for the
this place.
views.
Look, now he's pulling in this way.
Yeah, she would do that shit for the views.
Yeah, let's go. Look, he's a white shirt too. Let's go. Come on. I appreciate the interview, man.
Oh, dude, yeah. Anytime, yeah.
Yeah, that went
Yeah.
pretty well. We can do another one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she can always come back for the clicks. I would video it. The exorcism.
I don't know, man. I might mess up your electronics.
Yeah.
She's something special. Like many
Oh, I don't know
people
what's
here,
special.
and we're all from each and every one of us have been all over the country.
Special
You
like
know.
snowflakes, yeah.
She's something special.
She's special, right?
She is something very special.
We're
I'll
all
give her
unique
that.
like snowflakes, man.
I'm gonna take a look at my comments here.
Yeah, I encourage everyone to investigate all these cops that they keep pulling in, because it's weird ass stories.
You have a channel you want to advertise?
Sure. I'm on Telegram, t.me/EOR3news.
You want to well, later on you can pull it up on your phone too,
Yeah.
so you can put it right in my camera.
Yeah. And yeah, we encourage people to investigate. We don't have to do it all. This guy's gonna have a hard time getting around for a while.
Dude, I would be all over the place.
Yeah. You're healthy though, right? Mostly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, then you'll heal, right? All right.
I mean, I might need surgery.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then. in
But I
that
don't
case-
want to pursue more medical treatment until
did you
talk to
file a
lawyer.
police report?
Yeah, he was charged.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he's taken to jail, released within an hour,
Uh-huh.
and he's possibly still walking the streets. But
Yeah.
the few protest things I went to where he would have definitely been there, he wasn't there. So I'm guessing the man has a very good lawyer, and his lawyer gave him very good advice, which was to just don't be out and about until this is all over. That's what I'm assuming, because I haven't seen him, and if I do see him, I will be placing a restraining order.
Yeah.
At this time, I don't really feel I need to, because I feel he might have gotten smart.
Yeah.
I'm hoping, but if I even see
these
him,
people aren't very smart.
if I see him anywhere, I'm gonna go file a restraining order that moment, and they'll give it to me because I already have pending charges against him.
Oh yeah. Well, it was a
And
pleasure.
video of the assault.
Yeah.
We have 2 different videos of the assault.
Yeah.
Very good videos.
And they're trying to hang us up in these court cases and stuff too. So, you know, anyone come in here, know that it's not all a cakewalk, and you may get assaulted doing some citizen journalism if you're doing the right job. You may get assaulted for not doing the right job too, but it's less likely here. Yeah, less likely here in DC.
But the true narrative, the true story I want to put out there is
the lies they tell up there
yeah,
is making people be violent.
that is true.
And that's what's happening
Right.
firsthand, because this man did this to me right in front of the Capitol Police.
Yeah.
And that's why I thought an officer attacked me. I thought maybe the officer was protecting Michael Fanone, when really it was just a normal citizen.
He's not normal. There's nothing normal about
Yeah.
that dude.
I'm like, who is gonna attack someone in front of a cop? Like, if I was assaulting Michael Fanone, don't you think the police
Would step
are gonna
in,
protect
right. Yeah, right.
their narrative? Not the police's narrative,
Yeah.
but the current
No, dude, you're just
regime's.
paparazzi doing that shit.
Yeah,
right.
no, dude. I was thinking, man, like TMZ, they're the ones who
Yeah.
overstep the boundaries and a
Yeah,
lot of
right.
things just for
Yeah.
dumb
For being,
stories about like nudes and stuff. You know,
Right, yeah.
I'm talking about serious stuff.
Yeah.
And they're trying to call me a heckler, which when I
Oh.
look, there's multiple definitions of heckler, and
paparazzi are hecklers.
That's what I'm saying. I guess I am a heckler.
Anything. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well,
but
you
like
don't
I
have
wasn't
to.
just trying to
You were
like
asking
defame
questions.
him. I was asking questions.
You're asking questions.
There was an
public.
individual there that
doing
we
your
don't
job.
know very well he did use some vulgarity, and he was more so against Michael Fanone for just reasons, you know.
Well, don't
But
if
that's
you're
not
in-
how I operate.
right,
I don't
right.
get
If you're in
vulgar. I
that
try to
role,
keep it
right.
professional.
Well,
Until
you
I'm
can
around the
too,
media.
though. You can though too.
The
I'm
media
just saying.
grinds my gears.
Just saying that's what people do too. But we're not really ambulance chasing stuff here. We're just trying to get a story. We're trying to get details so that you guys back home can investigate as well. Because we can't do all of it. The legwork.
No, we are all reporters. We're
We're
all
trying.
citizen journalists.
Yeah, at this point. Anytime
Some
you come
people
here in
actually
DC,
do, some people don't, but we all possess the power. You don't need a badge. You
No,
don't
you
need,
don't need a press
certification.
card,
You don't need to go to
pass.
school. You just need basic technology.
Yeah, you just need a cell phone
Yeah.
and some basic. I mean, you know some details too. Like when you're doing this role, don't assault people, right? Don't be trying to conspire with people with the fake news, right?
Yeah.
Because you see that with CNN now. You see that with January 6th committee. And
Dude, I
CNN.
think, you know Joe, right?
Who? Joe,
streamer?
Yeah.
I think
First
he gets
responder?
more views than CNN nowadays.
Maybe.
I really do.
Yeah.
CNN's going downhill bad.
Yeah, Joe's in the right place to get the views too. So people want to know what's going on in the street, and that's good that we're here. And I guess satisfying some quotient here.
Yeah.
The press should be doing this job. Obviously, they're not as extreme as we are
Yeah.
in getting the job done. They didn't come clear cut. They'll move here if they want to get a story here. The press. And then of course they want to keep their job so they can keep their house.
That's
or
the whole
whatever.
thing. Like, I imagine most of the press who they like their job, they became the press because that's what they want to do, kind of like us.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
I don't
but
really want to do this, but I'm just doing it because it needs to be done. Yeah.
yeah, you're called
Yeah.
to it.
More or less, yeah.
I forget where I was going with that. They can try and say, "Oh, it's just a job. I'm trying to take care of my family."
Yeah, well, to
there's
them it's
other
a
ways
job.
to take care of
Yeah.
your family.
Right,
You
they
can
can make real
literally
money.
quit your job and spread the good word and plant seeds everywhere, and God will protect you. You don't need a job. You need
You
faith.
can do whatever you want. Yeah.
Faith
well,
might bring you to a job. It might
all
bring you
those
to
that-
a really good job, but you need faith more than you need a job.
To all those aspiring reporters out there, it's good to get paid too. So get the
It
good
is-
story,
yes. No, yeah.
and you'll get paid. But I mean, there's just this place. There's some ripe pickings here, man, of stories, and no one's covering it. That's the weird thing. It's just like,
And they probably want to.
They
Deep down
want
inside,
to.
they want to, and it kills them that they can't.
they could all assemble overnight if they all did the right thing and just be their own news agency.
I think they're looking for somebody.
Well, maybe, but they know where everyone is. So.
I mean, not really. Like there's
Yeah. Well. Go out and get the scoop.
And then whenever Texas,
Yeah.
it's in the
And
GMC, Denali comes
They can
back.
be as independent as you and I.
Caroline, that goes on
And it's
this
kind of
side.
lonely. Oh man, we're not gonna get that prime time position.
And
Yeah,
I'll
well,
have you
neither is
fill that
January
spot, too.
6th committee anymore.
Yeah. No, we'll get up there, man. You just gotta have faith. That's where faith steps in.
Yeah, well, you know, if you have too much faith in your government, they'll
No,
probably kill you.
have faith in God, not man. That's where we fall. We have faith in man, even our own peers,
Yeah.
our best friends. You'll have faith in your best friend, and your
Yeah.
best friend will let you down. If you have faith in God, you're gonna be on top.
I mean, yeah.
You
I
could
mean,
try.
what's
You could
the
have.
reason?
You could have
Yeah.
faith in your mom, your dad, your brother,
I
your
like the
sister.
reason with God,
They're
too.
gonna let you down because they're human.
I
your,
like
your
the-
wife,
I
your
like the
kids, they're gonna let
passage
you
test all
down.
things. Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah. Wonderful. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for
Yeah.
asking me in the first place.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're gonna get this story out someday. All the stories
I am
are coming out.
also. Let me do this just for their sake, not
Yeah.
mine.
Get out. Like most reporters, I just want the truth to get out. I don't even need my name on it. You know.
Yeah.
That's why I don't really want to be doing this.
Yeah. No. That.
I just want
I don't
people to
like.
do the job.
I don't like the infamy of it at all.
Right. Wow.
But I'll catch you around,
Yeah,
man.
man,
I'm gonna
take
go
care,
try to feel
Josh.
better.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, dude. Thanks.
Yeah. If you need anything, just let me know.
Okay. Yeah, similar.
Set you guys over here for a little bit. You can see what we're doing. I want to thank all my subscribers and all the viewers who aren't subscribed yet. If you don't want to miss anything, please subscribe.
How you doing, Triple R?
Doing great, man. Look at that hair. Oh man, you looking good. It was all like one side, like. Did you load up a diamond for me? I got mine, but they're lost in a few cars somewhere, and I'm gonna go get more, dude.
Just don't lose it.
Yeah, luckily he found it. I look, it was right where I thought it was. Me and the other guy walked all around there, and sure enough, miracles happen. He's a teddy bear. Look at him dang. He got his head up in the air. Hey, buddy.
like, I'm an old. You want to go to the store with me, Dusty? Grandma's dogs, granny's dogs. Huh? We're driving. Okay. Is your eye okay?
Hell,
You got a bump on you.
oh, it's probably a fucking sty.
Okay. On the eyelid? Okay. I think I've been blessed to never have one of those. I know they're all common though. Huh? We're gonna take part of it. That's where you were. I'm like, where the fuck did he go? Okay. I hope I'm not the HSBC. Okay. You know what HSBC is, right? They do money laundering with China and drug cartels in Mexico. They're part of the fentanyl epidemic that's happening here in the United States.
Might have been the first case, first unknown case.
Yeah, cops are, they're looking for somebody. I don't know if it was someone who was part of this group but they're definitely sitting over there looking for somebody. So, who knows? I mean, if they're looking for someone, they should just walk around and ask. Ooh. Hi, Rebecca. I'm good. Huh? That's my good friend Rebecca. She is definitely an angel. No doubt in my mind. But I gotta get ready to go to the store here, guys. And it'd be very difficult to bring everyone with me. So when we get back, we're gonna get started rolling again. Make sure my phone stays charged, and that way, you know, I don't you guys don't get cut off right when it gets good, you know. So I'm gonna try to make sure I'm always above 50%. Once again, I want to thank all my subscribers. I want to thank all the viewers. And if you don't want to miss anything right now, press the red subscribe button, and after you press the red subscribe button, there's gonna be a little bell next to the subscribe. Press that bell, hit the bell, and you're not going to miss any content. Thank you again, and have a great day, guys. I will see you very soon.